I was going through TikTok today, as I often do, and I saw this video from this creator talking about why men and women cheat. And this all ties back to Drew Afualo, don't worry, it's going to be a quick story. But he was talking about the different reasons, and on the one why husbands cheat, he showed how a lot of people had added this person called Drew Afualo. And I was like, oh, why is Drew Afualo getting added? Hopefully I'm saying her name right. And I went to go check her channel, and we got a lot to talk about. So one of the first videos that comes up when you search her name is this right here, where she's talking about how this guy was saying, how do we romanticize obesity?
How is it that we've gotten to a point where, like, romanticizing obesity is okay?
What do you think it's like? Like, genuinely, what do you think it's like to exist in a world where fat people are, like, your biggest stressor? Like, you're not a fat person, but your mind is so consumed by their existence. That's your only problem. That's the only thing you're worried about. Not fixing it, just hating looking at them. Like, the earth is, like, literally on fire. Minorities are losing rights, like, every fucking day. People are being murdered in the street, and you moved that billboard to the top of your priority list. Get a job. Like, you can't have a job and exist like that. You just can't. God.
Now, you'll notice that she didn't really respond to the actual argument of him saying, oh, we're romanticizing obesity by showing this person and putting them on a billboard, which I don't exactly agree with, but that's not really the point. The point is that she's dodging around the point and saying, oh, there's just so many bigger issues. Like, you can just do that with any issue. Like, talk about the issue. If an issue is being brought up, talk about it. Don't just dismiss it. I mean, what if a trans person came to you and was like, hey, I'm having trouble, having my family accept me, and I'm getting put out on the streets, and you just go, minorities are getting killed all over the place, and climate change is happening, and my dog is at the vet, and I have to pay so much money. Like, it's stupid. It's stupid. And the only reason that you would care more about that issue than this issue is A, it's a bigger issue. I just brought it up. But B, you care more about that issue, right? While there's no real problem with caring about one issue more than another issue in and of itself, you still have to address an issue that's being brought up. You can't just, brush it aside. Oh, this is the biggest problem in this day. Oh, man. No, address the thing. I feel like he was going a little overboard in the video, maybe, but you still should say, oh, okay, so here's why he's wrong, blah, 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 blah. And then go, I can't believe this is the biggest problem in your day. Boom. You added like maybe 20 seconds, and you've given a genuine argument. I can give one, just saying, hey, we want these people to be accepting of their bodies. You might not like that, right? I personally think that's a weird way to look at it, but still, there's arguments to be made, and you should give those. Now, in all actuality, you really shouldn't take this person serious. That's the best way I can put it. This person considers himself a comedian, and when I say that, I'm talking about Drew. Like, this is an analysis of actual points and going through them. She's sort of putting up a facade of going through the points, but really it's her putting on that laugh that I'm going to show you throughout this video, and just saying, oh, you suck, or oh, you look dumb. Trust me, it comes up a lot. Okay, I went through like the last 4 months of her videos. Before we continue on, we do have to establish something for my later critiques of Drew. So there's something very important that she has to say, and so much that she said it in 2 videos, actually, in 2 different ways. So we're going to play both of those. They're a little bit long. I'll try to condense them.
It's a little bit clearing up, Whenever dudes get froggy with me, you feel me? Like a little grasshopper start rubbing together those 2 brain cells that they have going for them. You know what I mean? They always like to say that I'm someone who just makes fun of looks. Strong man argument. And then on the back end, they'll say shit like, well, I guess I can make fun of what you look like then. If you can make fun of looks, then I can make fun of yours. What the fuck makes you think that you haven't already been doing that? Do you know how...
So, in this first video, we see the same problem again. She's not addressing the point. She's just saying, oh, well, you do that anyway. Make a genuine argument, because then people see this and they're like, oh, you're dumb, right? And again, this person is comedy. They're attempting at comedy. It's not my brand of comedy. She's made a joke or two that I found funny, right? But for the most part, it's not really my thing. And to treat her like this arbiter of fighting off misogyny is so dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. And maybe I'm the dumb one for calling it out. Maybe. But I think that to put your faith behind somebody who's clearly doing this, like, I don't want to say as a joke, but it's clearly mostly jokes, right? It's more of like a short form Curtis Connor kind of thing, which I have no problem with. I watch Curtis Connor all the time. And for her to call out misogyny isn't a bad thing in and of itself. It's the method in which she's doing it. The way she does it just affirms her audience and drives away the actual misogynists that are making bad points. Now, do I think that the guy in the first video that I showed you is a misogynist? No. Okay? But there are some misogyny examples that you can see on her page, which I will link just because I don't want anyone to think I'm taking her out of context at all.
I want to talk to y'all about something funny. Anytime I get stitches from dudes, right? And they're trying to disguise their very obvious vitriolic hatred for me as like this is why I think she's a bully. They quite literally always say something like this. I could roast her so bad, dude. There's so much material to work. I could roast her so good. I genuinely could, but I'm not gonna stoop to her level. Do you know what that means? Loosely translated, that means they're gonna call me fat and ugly. Like, that's it. That's all they fucking have up here, bro. The bitch is on empty, you feel me? All they have in the chamber is literally Fiona from Shrek, Gloria from Madagascar. The biggest, fattest animal you could think of.
So here, she's trying to frame things as, oh, you can't make any jokes about me that aren't about my looks or about me being chunky. Which, A, I'm not gonna do at all because YouTube's rules. And B, that's dumb, okay? There are some jokes to be made, I won't lie. But I'm not gonna make them because that would just take away from my critique, and she would just focus on those if she sees this, which I doubt she will. She would just focus on those instead of addressing the actual points. But she's basically established that, oh, all these people making fun of my looks are just one-trick ponies. Now, I want you to remember that because I'm about to show you multiple examples of her making fun of people's faces, alright? Which, A, is dumb, right? And you can't call people out for fat phobia and then be like, oh, but you're ugly, just because I disagree with you and I think you're a misogynist. That's stupid. That's so stupid. Oh my goodness, it's just aggravatingly stupid. But anyway, here's the clips.
I don't know what's worse. The droid font you got going on this video? The fact that you put 4th plus 1 instead of 4th and 1? That you're begging for followers? Or that fucked up hairline and beard? God damn, bro. Talk about throwing stones from a glass house. For real? That's not funny. You know what's funny? Your head is shaped like Abe Lincoln's fucking hat. That shit long as hell. What the fuck? Also, people make fun of my teeth because they're crooked on the bottom. And I could drive a truck through your front too. A Ford truck. Built Ford tough, brother. But most of all, what's truly funny... Oh, wrong picture. You look like this evil fucking kid from Dumbo. Big ass ears and all, bitch. Your video sucks. Bye.
So I think it's really interesting that you're like, oh, all people can say is that I look like Fiona or I look like Gloria. And, well, A, that's where the comparisons stop because you're not as interesting or as funny as either of those characters. And Fiona's not even fat. I don't know why she brought that up. I should have said that earlier, but I was just so dumbfounded by the entire point that I just left it out. And to end this off, I just want to show a little bit more of her just going back on her own words.
Hey, you know something that's really funny? Whenever dudes come on my videos and they go, this isn't even funny. This shit's fucking corny. This bitch is not funny. Literally not funny at all. According to who, brother? Are you the new comedy constable or what?
So it's okay for you to decide what is and isn't jokes, but it's not okay for other people to decide what good is and isn't good comedy? That doesn't make any sense. You're not making any sense, and you don't make any sense, okay? Most of her content is this bad, alright? And somehow she's gotten this big podcast and this big following. And I was thinking to myself, well, how could you get this big a following when there's all these problems with all the things that you're saying? And the conclusion I came to is that a lot of people are just terminally online, and they have this vitriolic hate towards men, or they just will hear critique about men or about people in general, because this applies to like the fresh and fit manosphere type of people that are like so against women. This is like a universal thing, so don't think it's just about women. And they have these ideas about men or women, and then they hear somebody sort of affirming them, like, oh, men feel this way about women, stuff like that. And they just latch onto it, and they're like, oh, okay, so this is my gospel. This is right. This is the person that's going to lead me to the quote unquote promised land of critiquing these people. And I think that it just builds this weird culture. And like I've said, this person contradicts themselves all the time. And at the end of the day, don't take them serious, okay? I have no problem with this woman existing as a comedian, because I think that's what she's meant to be, a social media comedian. Which, again, it's no problem, right? But to take this person serious and for her to be like, oh, I'm exacting change. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're causing arguments with a bunch of internet misogynists. You're not exacting change, okay? It was okay. Not everybody's Martin Luther King, alright? I'm not, and she's not. She's just a lot more popular than me. I was about to say a little, but she's a lot more popular than me. The thing is, it's really dumb to do stuff on social media and be like, oh, just because I got featured in the New York Times, I'm causing change. Because no, you're not, okay? I wasn't a misogynist before I went to your page, and I'm definitely not now, okay? You didn't change me. You didn't change any opinions that I already had. Yeah, I think Fresh and Fit is dumb for saying that you shouldn't let your woman have an Instagram. Yeah, that's stupid. I would have thought that with or without you. And most people would think the same thing with or without you. You're not changing people's minds. You're not pulling people out of an alt-right pipeline or anything like that. You're just reaffirming people. And again, that's okay, but stop acting like you're exacting genuine change. That's all I had to say. Thank you all for watching. I guarantee you this will probably fly under the radar. This is just something that I just wanted to make and come out with. I doubt that she'll respond to this because it's genuine criticism. It's not just, F that B, or writing your own song and, talking about her. It's like actual criticism, and it's too long for her to respond to, so she's not gonna say anything about this, even if I was popular. But anyway, that's not really the point of this video, and I've been going on for too long, so I'm gonna end it off here. Thank you all for watching. I really and truly appreciate it. If you have any criticism on how I can get better at this, I love to hear it. I really appreciate it, and I feel like it makes me get better. So drop it down in the comments. Let me know. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.